Self-Love is the New Sexy, the podcast devoted to helping you overcome life's most painful and stubborn challenges so you can feel great, have more energy, and live stress-free every day. To reach your full potential, simply work with the powerful spiritual principles that are readily accessible to everyone. It's easier than you think, and on today's show, W. Mark Watts is going to show you how starting with self-love is the key to joyously and harmoniously making that happen.
Hey everybody, it's W. Mark Watts. I want to say hello, welcome, and thank you to everyone for hanging out with me for another episode of Self-Love is the New Sexy. And today's topic is also something that's near and dear to my heart because it seems to be at the top of my mind every day, every morning, every afternoon, and every evening lately. And it's a really great thing, and it's this: the beginning is near. The beginning is near. Now, what I like about that title, and I borrowed it from someone on Twitter. I was doing some research this morning, not sure who it was, but when you hear that type of phrase, you always hear the ending is near or the end is near. Well, for me, just as you know, if you listen to any of the other episodes, I like to reframe and reshape the way I look at the world, the way I receive it, and the way I work with it. And I challenge you to do the same. And so when I saw that, I thought that that was perfect, especially for the actual day and time in my life that this is right now. The beginning is near. So it's the first day of August when I'm recording this episode, and the beginning is near. So the beginning of a new month is here, and it's time to move forward and do those things that you're supposed to do. This is also a particularly interesting month for my son because this is the month that he starts college. So the beginning of his college career is near. It's here. Less than 2 weeks away, he'll be moved in and he'll be starting that new phase of his life. So the beginning is near for him. Also, on another front for me and his mom, the beginning is near for us in basically setting him free to the challenge of living on his own and starting to figure things out completely on his own and having successes and failures completely on his own, out of earshot of either of us. Because when he's away on campus, you know, he's 100% responsible for everything that happens 24/7. Whereas at least when he's here with one of us, there's some kind of home base that he comes to and is somewhat of an watchful eye, here all the time. But when he's away, and now it's 100% on him. So the beginning is near for us to really get comfortable with that. So that as a new beginning for all of us. And, there's a new beginning. The beginning is near here on earth, on the planet, on this plane, because so many things are being exposed, being challenged, being discussed, being ridiculed. So there's so many new beginnings here every day. And it doesn't take, you don't have to look far or even, be far because, you'll either hear the conversations or you'll be dragged into one or you'll see a headline here or there. So we're all affected by various new beginnings on many fronts. Another new beginning for me is, I mentioned on other episodes, creating a YouTube channel. And I already have a YouTube channel out there, but I'm having to reshape that. And so I've been trying to figure out what I wanted to call it. So I think I've got the new name down, and I just have to finish the setup so that I can create a format where I can just pretty pop and play. I can pretty much just plug myself in, get the videos done, and then also I want to be able to do it where I can do the podcast at the same time. So I want to multitask because otherwise, I'm creating triple or quadruple the work for myself as opposed to just setting the studio up correctly and then I can do everything one time, and then multi-purpose that content. So that's coming very soon. I just got a couple more pieces to put in place. Haven't quite found the right podium or the right setup I want yet. So, but that's coming. But again, the beginning is near for me to start that platform and engage different audience members and engage in a new way and challenge myself in a new way, which is ultimately why I wanted to talk about this topic today. The beginning is near, because the question, I always have a question for you, I always have a challenge, an invitation is, what beginning is near for you? What beginning is near for you? And the reason why that question is so important, and the reason why it's so top of mind for myself every single day, there's numerous reasons for it, but here are the main ones that I want to discuss this morning briefly.
We hope you're enjoying today's show. If so, please take a moment to show your support for the show by leaving us a 5-star rating and review on iTunes. If you have questions for W. Mark Watts, please feel free to contact him over at wmarkwatts.com, on Instagram at wmarkwatts, or on Facebook at Self-Love is the New Sexy.
The beginning is near because regardless of what you've gone through or are going through at this very moment, that topic, the beginning is near, that title is a constant reminder that each day we all have the opportunity to start fresh, to start new. And we have to understand that when we are going through things, that even regardless of what it is, the beginning is still near, because at some point, the storm's going to break. It's going to pass. You're going to get to a point where that pain threshold levels off, where the trouble levels off, where the people start to dissipate, where something shifts and now you have a new thought. So that beginning is near, and you have to focus on being firm, waiting, being strong, being patient, being consistent, and doing what you need to do to get to that new beginning, because that new beginning is near. It's always near. And, I think about this so much now because there's various opportunities. I won't say so many, but there's various opportunities that are coming at me, and there's various ideas and thoughts coming up, and I have to, very quickly evaluate if that is a new beginning for me or not. And many of them are not. So, but the key too is that I always understand that there's new beginnings, there's new windows opening, there's new doors opening, there's new thoughts processing. And right now there's so many new thoughts coming through my mind of things that I can do and I need to do, and I want to do, I should say. And that beginning is always near. So understand that the beginning is always near, regardless of what's going on. If you just remain steadfast, if you just continue to hang in there and continue to work and continue to do the very best that you can in the moment, that the new beginning is near. It's very near. Now, the other thing that I like is, and I want to tell you that if you're listening to this podcast and if you listen to multiple episodes, then you're here because it's very true for you that a new beginning is near. And, I'm here just to be a reminder that that beginning is near, because you obviously are here listening because you're looking for something to maybe kind of ignite. You're looking for a new idea or a new thought, or you're looking to hang out with people who are like-minded. And this might be even part of your new beginning. for many people, I know for me, years ago, just listening to videos or listening to audios online, that was a new beginning for me, because I was thinking like, man, what else is there out there for me? Who else can I connect with? What new information do I resonate with right now? Where can I get it? So I'm just like a sponge. And so maybe this is part of what your new beginning is just expanding your own comfort zone, expanding your thoughts, your ideas, and the people that you connect with. So hopefully this is part of that new beginning for you that can inspire you and invite you to give you, some kind of direction toward what you may be, looking to do next. That beginning is near. And so I'm very appreciative of the fact that you're hanging out here, because that's part of what, my mentors have done for me is they've been part of my new beginning and continue to be part of my new beginning. So that the beginning is near. And then lastly, again, I want to go back to the question I asked a few moments ago. It's this: what beginning is near for you? What project are you looking to start? What job are you looking to obtain? What business are you looking to get into? Maybe you need to start that research. What person do you want to meet or ask out on a date? What habit, what diet do you want to shift? What do you want to change about your living environment? Whatever it is, there's something, because there's oftentimes a handful of things that we're always looking to shift or to change in our lives, or we're questioning. So make a short list of those things, 2 to 3, 5 things that are in your life that you'd like to change or shift, and create that new beginning in. And then, as always, it's not just enough to have that thought. It's not just enough to write it down. The writing down part just brings you clarity and gives you a place to start. However, the second piece of that, which is always goes hand in hand with that, writing those things down, is you've got to take that first step. So what's the first step that you can take toward your new beginning? That beginning is near. How can you make your beginning nearer? What is it that you really want to do that you have to do? And then do it today. Do it now. Right now, while you're thinking about it. Even if you're listening to this, do it right now while you're listening to this podcast episode. And definitely do it once you stop listening. Once the episode is over, and it will be in a minute, because I want you to get to it, is what step are you going to take right now? Because there's no better time than right now. I remember one of my other mentors, I can't remember his name now, but his brother out of Florida, his saying was, it's now o'clock. What's the best time to get started? Now o'clock. Now o'clock is the time. So whenever you wonder, when am I going to do this? Now o'clock. Right now. What step are you going to take toward your new beginning in whatever aspect, whatever small project, whatever large project, or what conversation do you need to have with somebody that can spur on that new beginning? I'm real big on those conversations. I'm real big on, expressing myself honestly. And that's it's twofold for me, is that I'm doing it, but my challenge that I've gotten really loud and clearly is that I've got to do it more. I've got to do it more boldly in more platforms. And so that's, again, part of my new beginning is, how do I reach out into newer platforms and do it in a bigger way? So that's my new beginning. What's your new beginning? Jot it down, ingrain it, look at it every day, every night, and then take a step toward that new beginning and do it now. Now o'clock is the best time. So I hope something in today's episode served you. If it does, share it with somebody, listen to it more than one time. Leave me a comment. Let me know what new beginnings in your life you're taking that step toward. And stay tuned, and I look forward to speaking with you all again very soon. Bye now.
You've been listening to Self-Love is the New Sexy with W. Mark Watts. If you enjoyed today's show, be sure to tell a friend. Also, make sure you never miss an episode by subscribing to our show on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher Radio, or wherever you listen to podcasts.